guys, welcome to everybody. I'm Laura Ghislandi and I'm here today to witness together with you a revolution affecting something as fundamental as air. The same that anyone would like to breathe in deeply without having to worry about smog, pollutant and other harmful agents, even at home. We will try to explain without taking anything for granted the health benefits and everyday effects of air quality, and how we can be sure of the quality of the air that we and our families breathe in every day. And we will be talking about heat recovery ventilation, or HRV systems. We will be talking about this with Valsir, a leading Italian company in the plumbing and heating sector, which today will be announcing a new innovation that will have a huge impact in this sector. Before giving the floor to the team of technicians who worked on this project, I would like to have a word with Samuela Niboli, granddaughter of Silvestro, the founder of Valsir, who is here to welcome us to today's event. Samuela, come here.
Hi, Laura, and
Hello.
welcome everybody. Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Fine, thank you.
You're doing
Fine.
great. I know that today you have a lot of stuff to tell and to talk about, so
Absolutely.
tell us everything, Samuela.
Okay, so Valsir was founded in 1987 in Vestone, in the Brescia district. My grandfather had a great business vision, and after the experience he embarked on in the 1970s in the production of aluminum radiators, he became aware of the opportunities linked to the rapidly developing Italian and European real estate market. Together with heat distribution, he also wanted to offer solutions for plumbing, such as wastewater systems. The industry was going through a plastics revolution at the time, and the idea of investing in this type of high-quality product soon paid off. When Valsir was founded on July the 22nd, 1987, it operated from a single plant in Vestone, with 6 injection molding machines, 2 extrusion lines and 25 employees. Today, 11 subsidiary companies in Europe, South Africa and Australia, and over 2,000 employees are part of the Valsir Group.
First of all, your accent is amazing. It's amazing and it's not easy. We are both Italian, otherwise. So this is, you're welcome, an impressive business which has a foothold all over the world, but which, on the other hand, remains deeply attached to its roots, right? Indeed, where we are now, for example.
We are now in our showroom in Volciano, just a few kilometers from our production facilities. Here we mainly carry out training and technical development activities with our customers, from business partners to installers and designers from all different markets. This space allows us to present all our products, systems and solutions that we have developed over the years, thanks to the experience we gained in more than 100 countries in which we operate. Over the years, Valsir has developed plastic drainage systems, multi-layer pipes for water and gas distribution inside buildings, and flush systems for toilets. Not to mention solutions for drainage and rainwater management, siphons, floor-level shower trays, prefabricated plumbing walls, underfloor heating and cooling system, and much more. Indeed, we deal with 12 different product lines, and our design and development activity is based on continuous dialogue and discussion with our partners. This is the reason why today we want to share an important technological innovation which will impact considerably on the market: the evolution of our heat recovery ventilation system, which is now called AriaSilent.
So great, thank you so much, Samuela. We cannot wait to understand better everything about this product. You did it great. Your introduction was perfect. So thank you so much. And now, after this introduction that was leading us on our upcoming speakers, in fact, we have many guests whom we would like to ask to share their views with us, and their views are really interesting. During such speeches, there will be so many details and information that you want surely to deepen. So let's share them through the chat system of the platform. The Valsir team is ready to get in touch with all of you, answering to each your question. And now let's finally catch up with them to get to the heart of today's event. And here we go, ready to enter more in the world of Valsir. So let me introduce two important figures for this company. Mattia Gandini, Director of the Marketing Department. Hi, Mattia.
Hi, Laura.
Nicola Zanca, Director of the Technical Department.
Hi.
And we have Dr. Rodolfo Guarnieri, Chief Director of the Pulmonologist Rehabilitation Department at the San Marco Hospital in Zingonia.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning. One of the hospital of the San Donato Group and Chief Director Respiratory Pathophysiology of the Abilita Clinic in Zingonia. So guys, let's get to the topic of the day and explain why we are here today. One word, it's really simple. AriaSilent, the brand new revolutionary heat recovery ventilation system developed by Valsir. Earlier, I had a talk with Samuela and she told us how the company's success has always been linked to the quality of the product. Mattia?
Yes. Yeah, it's true, Laura. At Valsir, we strongly believe in efficiency and quality, and we make the values of Made in Italy industrial excellence our own in the world. So much so that we have made them the payoff of the company logo, Quality for Plumbing. The leading flagship of our company is composed of the over 200 standard certifications that our product achieved all over the world. These are the symbols of an industrial excellence whose most important focus is constantly the client. This is basically the common element in all the technological solutions we have developed over the years, improve people's lives.
And this, I think, it's a very important concept. So the purpose of innovation and progress should be to improve the quality of the life. So how does quality, according to Valsir, put people first? What is your contribution, Nicola?
In addition to the product certification, quality for Valsir translates into many ways, from the hygienic water characteristic guaranteed by Pexel and Mixel multi-layer systems, for example, or to the great low noise results of our Triplus and Silere system. This idea of making high-performer plastic soundproofing compounds was also introduced into the development of Tropea S, Winner S and Cubic S flushing systems, produced with design and materials that makes them even quieter in operation. But not only that, but technological innovation must also take into account respect for and protection of the environmental resources. When it comes to flushing systems, ours are designed in order to reduce consumption at a minimum, using only 4 liters of water per flush. Water saving is a strong point in sustainability development process we have been undertaking for years.
Of course, environmental awareness is another central theme. What does it really mean for Valsir? Why is this topic so important and also so specific, Mattia?
Well, the reason, Laura, is very simple. One of our main objectives is to ensure that our technological solutions are easy to install, state-of-the-art, environmentally friendly, and aimed at preserving and protecting environmental resources such as water and air. Air quality is one of the topics that has been most discussed and explored in our offices in recent years. As we have all experienced, unfortunately, in recent months, the average time we spend indoors has increased dramatically. And this has made us reflect on the growing importance of breathing clean and healthy air in the place where we live and work, and basically spend almost 90% of our daily time.
It's so true. On this point, since we are addressing the sensitive issues of health, I would also like to ask to Dr. Guarnieri to speak. Welcome, doctor. Thank you for being here. Could you give us a few more details?
Hello, everyone. Well, first and foremost, we're now talking about air pollution. In particular, the concept of air pollution invites us to consider the environmental risk. These are apparently complex words, but too often, we use them to talk about environmental risks in terms of outdoor air pollution. Now, the problem is that when we talk about indoor air pollution, well, this is much more dangerous than the outdoor one. The key reason is that concentration levels of toxic substances are higher, 5 times more, in some cases even more than this. And we spend a lot of time indoor. I know that you may not believe this, but we spend most of the day indoor. So, as a consequence, our body exchanges or picks up what it finds in the environment, not just in terms of food, which is easy to imagine, or even in terms of physical contact, but especially in terms of inhalation. For example, the body surface is around 2 square meters, while the alveoli surface is around 70 square meters. So, any toxic substance we breathe, and there are so many indoors, well, this may trigger diseases.
We totally understand. Nicola, why did Valsir decide to develop AriaSilent?
First of all, for a greater focus on health. For years, studies and research have underlined that we spend up to 90% of our time indoors. And in these environments, the concentration of pollutants can be up to 5 times higher than outdoors. Just think about the carbon dioxide or the humidity that we produce when we breathe or cook, the dust and the volatile substances present in our homes, or the chemical agents in cleaning products. This issue has been widely globally discussed also because of the health emergency and the lockdown. It has been demonstrated through scientific studies that the continuous exchange of air is fundamental for the healthiness and the environments in which we live. Air quality is a crucial objective, which is why we decided to change the rule of the game with the new AriaSilent system.
Sì, you did a really great job. Dr. Guarnieri, I would like to come back to you. Why is constant air exchange a good solution for us?
Well, probably it is the solution par excellence. I mean, the airborne substances indoor, well, we have so many of them. And the most dangerous thing is that these substances are very concentrated and they can be there forever. For example, just think of scents or perfumes or disinfectants or even detergents. This is what we use in our environments. Or just think of the, commonly used materials in our homes or offices. For example, paints or even plastics. In some cases, we have, equipment that we use in our offices or homes, for example, photocopying machines and printers. The indoor environments are the main source of allergens. And in terms of biological, pollution, don't forget molds and bacteria. And as everyone knows, viruses. So the dissemination of contagion happens in, areas or environments where areas or air is not recirculated. This means we can really live in a healthier environment and we can avoid pathogens.
Of course, and regarding to that, how do internal pollutants affect the body?
Well, this happens with different mechanisms. In some cases, we know them very well. In other cases, we don't. This may be a good example, the so-called sick building syndrome. Now, this is a condition, and it's been shown that this condition considers, the presence of so many symptoms in a specific circumstance. For example, when you keep staying indoor. Now, basically, we have 2 different categories. We have the acute symptoms, headache, eye irritation, heart pounding, even dyspnea, and even asthma. In many other cases, you can have other substances. I mean, they may be chronic symptoms, for example, heart pounding, difficulty breathing, and many other symptoms having to do with the environment. If you go out of that environment, those symptoms disappear. And, these patients feel these problems only in some environments, especially in those environments where the concentration of toxic substances are higher.
So thank you so much for being here, Dr. Guarnieri. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mattia. Thank you, Nicola. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We would also like to welcome Mattia Foglio, AriaSilent's product manager, to whom we would like to ask right away, isn't it enough, Mattia, to open the windows to change the air in the house?
Hi, Laura. Interesting question. It depends, first of all, on the environmental context. By opening the windows, we can let dust and smog enter the house, but also pollen, which during the spring and summer period can cause a range of allergies. And from an energetic point of view, it is increasingly disadvantageous. Regulation on energy efficiency and environmental impact have led buildings to use innovative solutions and technologies, but also to be increasingly insulated, with the aim of reducing waste. In fact, by keeping the windows open a lot, we nullify this process.
But what would be the solution then?
Without any doubt, using the heat recovery ventilation system.
Of course, it makes a lot of sense. Let's have a look at how the AriaSilent heat recovery ventilation system works in a house.
The operation of heat recovery ventilation system is simple but very effective. On the one hand, air is extracted from humid rooms, such as bathroom and kitchens, where there is a need to eliminate humidity, produced, for example, by showering or food preparation, and at the same time, bad odors that compromise air quality. The air is then expelled outdoors, along with the pollutants. At the same time, the system takes care of supplying fresh, clean air from outside the house. The outside air is first filtered and purified of pollutants, smog, pollen, dust, and bacteria, and then diffused to the main rooms. I'm referring to the rooms where the people are present for long periods, such as, for example, living rooms or bedrooms. This process, called air renewal, takes place constantly, every day, and is managed by the technological heart of AriaSilent system, the HRV machine, which works on heat recovery. The two flows, incoming and outgoing, exchange their thermal energy to minimize the building's consumption. In winter, the incoming fresh air receives heat from the outgoing warm air, and it's up, while in the summer the opposite occurs. I mean that the incoming warm air is cooled by the heat exchange process with the outgoing fresh air. This feature makes the AriaSilent system sustainable, lowering the economical impact in both winter and summer operation.
So now that we understood better the technical aspect of HRV system, we want to share with you the experience of an Italian family, the Maino family, who live in a flat equipped with the Valsir system and better understand, like this, what's the implication in everyday life. Hi guys, welcome, thank you for being here. We would like to know more about the AriaSilent system work, and we contacted you because you have a Valsir system installed in your home, right?
Good morning, everyone. Yes, exactly. Our house is equipped with Valsir heat recovery ventilation system.
And what are the effects in everyday domestic life? Would you tell us about your experience?
Well, I was really surprised because we wake up every morning with a feeling of well-being, no headache, no cough, no odor. You know, we were forced to open the windows in the morning, especially in winter, with the rain.
Not to mention the savings on energy bills, because the HRV improves consumption, keeps the rooms cool in the summer and warm in the winter. And the house is much cleaner because all the dust is captured by the filters. Can I show you something? Well, we took this photo a few months after the HRV system was installed, and this is all the dust that the Valsir prevented us from breathing.
It looks like, you know, it's invisible. You don't hear it, you don't see it, but we do perceive great benefits.
So if I would ask you, are you satisfied with your Valsir HRV system?
Absolutely.
Definitely we are.
And that was really, really funny. On the subject of the customer's point of view, as well as Mattia Foglio, we have here today Angelo Nelli. Hi, Angelo.
Hi, Laura.
Allora, Angelo, you are one of the directors of the Valsir Export Department who we want to ask. It's an important question. What feedback are you receiving from the market?
Well, the system is receiving more and more feedback. I would say that demand is also coming from a public represented by Mr. and Mrs. Maino, who we just met, that is increasingly more aware and better informed about the technologies that can be installed in their homes, and this trend has led to an increase in demand. A demand that is still growing day by day, giving the rise attention to the architects, engineers, MEP designer, to keep their buildings with energy-efficient systems. I say high-performing facade, innovative heating and cooling technologies, and so on.
And what has been the experience of Valsir and its partners, installers and technicians in these first few years since the launch of HRV system?
A nice question, Laura. Thanks to our technical consultants, we've always supported a great number of MAP engineers, designers, plumbers, in their daily work. We're working with them to choose the best, a tailor-made installation solution for each project. But during our supporting activity on site, one of the inquiries that emerged the most often was that the traditional HRV system generally consists of a large number of components and units. You can understand they are mandatory to complete the installation. It was this inquiry that gave rise to the decisive insight from which the AriaSilent from Valsir system was conceived.
Thank you so much, Angelo. You explain it perfectly.
Thank you, Laura.
Really, thank you for being here. My dear Mattia, now we finally want to get into the details, and we'd like Mattia Foglio to explain why the AriaSilent system really is a revolution for the whole industry.
HRV system generally consists of the machine, the earth of which is the heat recovery unit, piping system for connection the machine to the exterior, distribution and intake boxes for optimal balancing of incoming and outgoing airflows, piping systems for air intake and diffusion between distribution boxes and rooms. The terminal elements of the system, for example, the grid holder adapters, valves and grids to be installed in each room. In traditional systems, depending on each type of pipe used, there are specific distribution and recovery boxes and specific terminal elements. In short, a range which, to be complete, is highly articulated. Metaphorically speaking, it is a system in which there are several keys to open several doors, an innumerable series of variables that greatly complicate the management of a complete system. AriaSilent overcomes this limitation once and for all with a simple but high effective solution, drastically reducing the number of keys required. We have therefore designed a pass-partout system that reduces the number of articles without penalizing the completeness of the range, and our pass-partout is called AriaSilent Link. Here it is. All the types have the common profile on the one side. They offer the simplest and highly optimized system possible. We have worked on guaranteed that each AriaSilent link can be connected into each key element of HRV system. The connection fitting to grid holders, and to the distribution boxes. As you can see, AriaSilent Link is basically a universal fitting. I would therefore like to show you with some colleagues what we have developed and achieved.
Of course, so please go. Thank you so much. Mattia, Angelo, thank you too for being here. And now let's get to know AriaSilent better. So we are all set for a more in-depth presentation of the AriaSilent system. In addition to Mattia, two engineers from R&D department are with us, Luigi Tiberti, the director, and Gianmario Piccinelli, project manager. Together, they will show us how the system is made up, explain its strengths, and reveal the several new features of this design.
The purpose of connection fitting is generally to connect two elements, such as the pipe and the distribution box. The traditional systems include many accessories which are necessary to ensure the air tightness of the connection and avoid air leaks. As you can see, the connection is made by placing a sealing gasket inside one of the grooves of the corrugated pipe. And then inserting it inside an anti-loosening element, which are necessary to prevent the pipe from slipping out of its housing. In a traditional system, there are therefore several components to manage, each of which is available in different sizes and dimensions to match the various pipe types. With AriaSilent, the connection is achieved through a single product, AriaSilent Link, the Passepartout mentioned earlier. The sealing gasket and the two fixing elements are already inserted here. The Quick Connect system allows connection with a simple hand movement. It's really easy and handy, isn't it? Just focus on a simple fact. A traditional system consisting on 5 corrugated tube sizes, 3 round and 2 oval, has 24 components. With AriaSilent, there are only 7 components with the same performance and possible configurations.
Of course, I'm not an expert, but to me this is already a huge difference with many immediate implications. But there is still much more, isn't it there, Luigi? What do you think about this?
Exactly. Another truly innovative element of the AriaSilent is the possibility of equipping each single fitting with AriaSilent link valve. This one. In this way, it becomes simpler and more immediate by means of the snap opening to manage the airflow rates passing through the AriaSilent link fitting and to make any change to balance the flow. In the traditional systems, this is done by using flow regulators, such as these concentric elements, which have to be shaped using a cutter. This is a more complicated and binding solution, as it does not allow you to change your mind. Once the incision has been made, there is no going back.
Traditional systems include various types of distribution boxes, made in a variety of configurations, some in plastic and some in metal with anti-condensation insulation. Again, a large number of components to deal with. With AriaSilent, we have focused on the flexibility and lightness of the plastic material and on the shapes of the boxes in order to develop only the best solution from the point of view of air diffusion. From the typical 16 types of traditional systems, we have reduced them to 4. In addition, the decision to use only plastic material benefits the installer. These elements are usually fixed to the ceiling, and handling and weight are crucial features for safe working. Luigi is going to show us the weight comparison. For example, an insulated metal box of a traditional system has 11 connections and weight 9.7 kilograms. Our AriaSilent box term, the version with internal insulation, is much more compact, weighing just 2.1 kilograms, 5 times lighter, but with 18 connections instead of 11, making it much more versatile.
So, in addition to a huge rationalization and simplification of the system, here we are also talking about the safety of the operator who wants to install the Valsir system. And simplifying installation work, I would say that these are features that should definitely be emphasized. But Let me check. I know we haven't finished yet, am I right?
That's right. Another very important innovation linked to the AriaSilent box is the tear-off opening system of the connection, patented by us. Depending on the installation configuration, it is possible to decide directly on site which outlets have to be used, and to open them using this simple tear-off flap. And here's another new feature. To solve the problem of air balancing inside the distribution box, we have worked on and studied the airflow movements. As you can see, in a traditional system, the incoming flow is mainly directed towards outlets that are in the direction of the flow itself, leaving the lateral outlets at a disadvantage. With this new element, the incoming flow is optimally distributed to all the outlets.
Simplification was also the watchword when it came to grid-holder adapters. Traditional systems have many types to meet the most different system and installation configurations. We have once again studied dimensions, connections, and geometries, improving air diffusion performances, and here are the new AriaSilent point, which allowed you to connect all types of pipe in 6 different positions, thanks to the AriaSilent link. We move from 32 articles of a traditional system to just 7, an excellent result. The main advantage is their versatility. AriaSilent points are extremely compact and lightweight and are easy to install in any type of wall. With their compact dimension, they can achieve higher flow rate than the adapter of a traditional system.
Another leap forward then. I'm listening closely, but there seems to be no end to this news. Have you really thought of everything?
And with the AriaSilent point, we have introduced a further technological innovation. The system is based on these hooks, which, with a simple press, guarantee a tool-free assembly and disassembly of the grid. In addition, this patented type of hooking ensures that the grid is completely locked in place and firmly fixed to the wall. This prevents it from moving over time, a problem that often occurs with the grids of conventional systems.
As you can see, the AriaSilent system is in fact the result of in-depth optimization work, which has taken into account every aspect of this product range, and which responds to the need of professionals to work with technology that is finally simple and intelligent.
Bye-bye, Laura.
Bye, guys. It was such a pleasure to have you here with me. Well, I have to admit that there are a lot of innovations, and the development of the design shows a very broad view both of the technology and the market. In this regard, I would also like to listen to the point of view of one of the Valsir sales manager, especially regarding the management topic of an heat recovery ventilation system. So here we are, connecting with Roberto Valsir, one of the sales managers of the export department of Valsir. Good morning, Roberto. Hi.
Hello, Laura.
Roberto, there is one aspect of AriaSilent that we haven't yet discussed, and that it's about storage and logistics. From what we have heard so far, there is no doubt that the implication in this area will certainly be noteworthy.
Exactly, Laura. As my colleagues have explained, one of the great innovations of AriaSilent is the impressive reduction in number of products and items that a traditional system is made up of. Managing the volume of stock is always a delicate matter with major implications. And a complex and articulated system such as the traditional HRV system complicates things considerably. Speaking of distribution boxes, for instance, let's take a look behind me at how many versions there are in a traditional system and how much space they take up within a warehouse of an organization dealing with product distribution. There are 16 types, occupying 16 pallets position. AriaSilent provides 4, which are more compact and much lighter. This is a great advantage when we're going to manage a shipment process. Less volume, less weight, and less impact in terms of pollutants emissions. Perhaps by simply comparing the numbers, it is easier to get an idea of the impact of all this simplification with AriaSilent system. From 16 distribution boxes, we moved to 4, meaning a reduction of 75%. From 24 SKUs for the fittings and accessories, we moved to 7, with an optimization rate of 70%. Regarding the grid holder adapters, from 32, we moved to 7, reducing them by 80%. AriaSilent is also an excellent solution for the installer, who can finally count on universal and, above all, pre-assembled components. I'm referring to what my colleagues were saying a moment ago. Traditional systems force the installer to combine 3 different items to create a connection between the pipe and the fitting. AriaSilent Link is always equipped with everything, gaskets and the fixing clips. That's all you need.
Thank you so much, Roberto. Thank you for being here. Further confirmation that with AriaSilent, the rules of the game have really changed.
They really have. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye. And now we have another technical content. We have the opportunity to take a closer look together with Paolo Donati and Andrea Nicolini, Valsir engineers, at some further technological aspects of the new AriaSilent components.
Exactly, Laura. What we will now see are the key elements for the functioning of the system, the piping and the machines. The pipes are available in 2 types, round AriaSilent tube and oval AriaSilent tube compact. There are 3 dimensions for the round section, 63, 75 and 90 mm, and 2 for the oval section, 50 by 102 mm and 55 by 126 mm. Let's take a look together at the materials. We have studied the shape of the pipe to achieve flexibility and easy handling. Can you see how easy it is to bend it? AriaSilent tube doesn't get damaged, and the inner layer remains perfectly smooth and in place. On the other hand, it is extremely resistant to impact and crashing. On construction sites, such kind of elements are often subjected to a lot of stress, even accidentally. According to our laboratory tests, AriaSilent tube is more resistant than traditional pipes, thanks to the special plastic compound designed with particular attention to environmental sustainability. For what concerns the internal part in contact with the air, all the pipes have a smooth, white inner layer made of sanitized, anti-static, antifungal and antibacterial plastic material, which guarantees the highest level of air healthiness. Naturally, the same sanitization treatment also applies to all the other elements of the system, the fittings, the distribution boxes, and the grid holders.
Thank you so much, Paolo. And now, having listened to the specification, we move on to the most important elements of the system. Andrea?
Well, here we are, Laura, at the heart of the AriaSilent system, our high-efficiency heat recovery units. All of them are dual flow and can be installed horizontally, for instance in a false ceiling, or vertically on walls or floors. Each machine is equipped with a series of filters with an increasingly fine mesh in order to reduce the level of dust, pollutants, pollen, bacteria in the treated air. The EVO line consists of 7 models capable of managing the air exchange in homes of between 40 square meter and 450 square meter. Extremely important features include the remote panel with multifunction control, the bypass for free cooling as standard on all the units, that in summer prevents the heat exchange between the inlet and outlet flow to keep the air in the home cooler. The expanded polypropylene case to guarantee optimal thermal and acoustic insulation, and many other accessories. The most interesting of these is Sanifox, the device that improves the incoming air quality. Sanifox totally inactivates any molds, spores, pollen still present in the incoming air and reduce the air allergenic power. The range is completed by 3 heat recovery units with dehumidification, namely Hydronica, Isotherma and Maxima, which constantly monitor the humidity level in the air and keep it at an optimal level for everyday life. Depending on the season, these 3 machines are able to optimize the air temperature, improving home comfort with a touch of coolness in summer and slight warmth in winter. The 3 machines are perfect for homes between 100 and 200 square meters of surface, and thanks to the computer they are equipped with, they can work combined with a radiant heating and cooling system.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Paolo Donati, and thank you, Andrea Nicolini.
It was a pleasure to talk about such an innovative system.
Thank you, Laura. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
See you soon, guys. Bye. Thank you. So, as far as the technological aspect of AriaSilent are concerned, I would say that we have covered all the main features. But I would like to ask Mattia Gandini again for one last question. So far, we have seen many of the elements that makes the AriaSilent system a real revolution in this sector. But there's more, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely, Laura. A complete, versatile, simple, lightweight and optimized product range such as AriaSilent did not exist until now. In this sense, I believe we can truly say that we have interpreted the suggestions of our partner working in this sector in the best possible way. But as you say, we don't stop there. We've developed a program to support our professional stakeholders that includes training activities, working tools, and a technical detailed range of documents. The first tool that I'm proud to share with you all is our platform, Valsir Digital Expo, a virtual journey into our showroom, the same place where we are right now. A digital space full of videos and technical contents to freely navigate and find out with our team all the details of our plumbing solutions. As you all can see, the platform is very simple and intuitive. The user can easily move around our product panels and explore their features just clicking on the icons. Videos and product details are immediately available. On screen, you see one of our colleagues that is describing deeply the features of our push-fit soundproof waste system, Valsir 3+. Valsir Digital Expo is constantly updated, and it offers to users also the chance to be supported by our engineers on any kind of MEP topic. For instance, users can get in touch with our team to deeply check product details, or mainly check with them which is the best solution for the project they are working on, selecting then the perfect Valsir product for that specific aspect. Following, regarding the MEP designers, we offer also to them the entire catalog of Revit models of the AriaSilent system, dedicated to those using BIM platforms. We've developed a library of high-quality models with geometries that perfectly reflect the real product and which contain all its information, from the article code to its technical details. As you all can see here, they are extremely easy to use, bringing to the next level the BIM design process of an HRV system. It becomes much simpler, very intuitive, and above all, real-time computable. The connection to the various components, for instance the grid holder adapter, are totally automatic, and it can be possible to select the grid you like from the various types available. Furthermore, it's possible to easily check and solve any eventual interference between the HRV system and all the other models, such as the choice of using fittings for this bend of the corrugated pipe into the wall, due to a very close bending radius. Regarding the continuously growing technical and sales activity to support plumbers and MEP designers, such as engineers and architects, for instance, the series of Valsir technical manuals will be extended with an edition dedicated to AriaSilent and to the new HRV system. In addition to explaining the features and functionality of our brand new system, this technical manual will also detail the calculation process for dimensioning, with specific focus on both national and international standards. Last topic, let me mention Valsir Academy. It has already scheduled many events and specific training sessions dedicated to AriaSilent and the new concept of HRV systems, organized both with our commercial partners and in collaboration with professional and categories associations. It will be possible to be constantly updated about them through our corporate and digital and social channels and our website.
Mattia, you did it great. It was amazing. Thank you so much.
It's the first point.
But it was very good. Thank you so much. I'm sure that our viewers will enjoy your contents and all the others that we show with them today, and they will comment and they will give us a lot of feedback. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mattia Gandini for us. So after being surrounded by this pure, new and fresh air, thanks especially to AriaSilent, we thank you so much for being here with us. I want to thank you all the people that were talking with us and explained everything as they did in the perfect way. Thank you guys. Thank you to all the technicians that were working with me and with all the other people to make this possible. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.